This is the Patriots Prayer Podcast. It's a tremendous show, one of the greatest shows in the history of the world.
This is Bryson Gray, and you are watching the Patriots Prayer.
Soon on the Patriots Prayer Network. Thank you all.
America's falling, they all say. Gather the faithful now and pray. The Patriots Prayer. The Patriots Prayer. All the wicks are trimmed, oil is filled to the brim. I have been changing somehow. I'm the radical now. America's falling, they all say. Gather the faithful now and pray. The Patriots Prayer.
What's going on, Patriots? Welcome to another Patriot Prayer Reaction. I've just been in the studio all day knocking these things out and having a blast doing them too. And here is my favorite rap artist right now, period, point blank, Tom MacDonald. And I'm sure what he's going to be doing is in typical Tom MacDonald fashion. And because I was late coming to the game, I didn't get to hear the entire repertoire of Tom MacDonald. I didn't. But I tell you this much. Everything I've heard from Tom MacDonald has made me even want to do reactions, period. That's why I started doing these things to begin with, because, well, Tom was saying things that were relevant. Tom was saying things nobody else was. He made a career out of telling you guys the truth, and we relate. Now, I remember Tom recently just being just over the moon over the fact that he was shouted out on stage with Donald Trump. And I remember, because we had the same thing happen to us a few times. You saw in the intro, Michaela Montgomery was, I said Michaela McDonald. Michaela Montgomery was on stage with Donald Trump and shouted us out. And we got introduced to all those guys back then. That's how we got our invitation to CPAC this year. We're going to be broadcasting live from CPAC on Radio Row. We're really looking forward to it. But I mean, we've had our opportunity to sit and talk to MTG and JD Vance and Burt Jones, and traveled around doing it. And we're just so happy, not just for us, but for Michaela, because now she works for the administration and she's going to do a wonderful job. And Donald Trump says he's going to give press passes to podcasters. So Patriot Prayer Network is applying. We want to be there. Let us in that White House. That would be awesome to have some real questions, not by the mainstream media, but from people who actually ask real questions and tell real news. And that's who we are. People that tell the truth. We do what we do, guys, without millions or even thousands of dollars behind us from sponsors. We have some sponsors like the Trump Token, which these guys are amazing. Smoke and Gun Coffee, as you see the coffee over my right shoulder, there is, those guys have stood behind us from day one. But, we're not one of those podcasts that are flush with money. And you, our followers, help fill that gap. And we are so grateful to you, because that's how we travel to these places and get our hotel rooms and do the things that we need to do. And we owe it all to you. 300 million impressions in the last 3 months at PPN. I can't even tell you how that feels, knowing that this was an idea that we started a little over 4 years ago, and it's just grown from then. And we have a group of patriots that are just unbelievable. Guys, if you like what you hear here, what we're doing is we're trying to break into those social platforms that just don't seem to want to give us a foothold. We can get 20, 30,000 live views when we do a podcast, but the same podcast will get 9, 10, 11, 12 views on other platforms. I'm not going to say who, but yeah, it's really hard. So please, guys, help us by commenting. Just say hello in the chat. I mean, in the comments. That's all you got to do. Give us a like, a follow, subscribe to us. Help us grow this account. If you're a fellow Patriot, if you're a Hangover Gang Day One guy, so are we, man. Help support us to get us to the next level on those platforms. Also, outside of those platforms, we are on X, we're on Rumble, we're on pill.net. We are growing, and it's all due to you. So thank you. Let's get into this one. It's Tom MacDonald, Satanic Rappers. This is one I haven't heard. I was late to the game. But here's the cool thing about being late to the game on some things. You get to hear these things for the first time. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to listen to Satanic Rappers for the first time. And it's Tom MacDonald. So I'm so curious to know what the lyrics are going to say to us. I mean, what's the message in Satanic Rappers? Well, let's find out. Because there's a lot of Satanism in the music industry. We all agree. Look at Lil Nas X, and I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole, but just let's jump into it. So Tom MacDonald here, Satanic Rappers, Patriots. Let's listen. All right, he's already doing the Latin crazy sound and chants.
I swear these artists worship the devil. You see the symbols in their videos, it's not accidental. They sold their souls to be famous, it's not a debt they can settle. Just check the lyrics, you can hear it on every instrumental. These award shows aren't about the music or visuals. They're designed to be identical to satanic rituals. You buy tickets to concerts.
He's not playing. Look at the Sam Smith concert. Look at what happened with that Travis dude that was performing. And I mean, there were satanic symbols everywhere. When Taylor Swift went to the Super Bowl, did you see her friend right behind her with the pentagram tattooed on him? It's nuts. Even that guy that's in the Biden administration with the satanic tattoos all over him. People, Satan is real. The devil is real, and he's 90% in control of what we see happening in the world as far as the media and what's pop culture and all that. That's a fact, which is what I was just explaining in the beginning, why it's so hard for us to break through on those platforms, because they don't want us to, because our message is truth and it's good and it's building our communities up. We're not bitching and tearing down everything that this country stands for, because it's a great country. It's the freest country on the face of this earth. And I believe that with all my heart. So, and so does Tom. So I'm sorry I went down a rabbit hole, but let's get back and we'll listen to what else he's saying. But I had to stop. Wow. He always starts off like right off the bat, bang, bang, bang. He just shots fired. Here we go.
They're designed to be identical to satanic rituals. You buy tickets to concerts, you're not aware they're performing. Black mass and the fans are part of the ceremony. The industry been infected. Illuminati agendas communicate with the youth using messages in our records. It's all black magic. Wanna hear the devil? Play the track backwards. This is facts, witchcraft in our rap albums. Celebrities have clearly been cursed. Research the conspiracy first. It's all.
He's not playing. How many satanic symbols do you see these rappers throwing up on stage? Look at the tattoos. Look at the symbolism on the clothing that they wear. Look, I mean, it's not too hard if you're looking for it to see the Satanism in the things that they're doing. And now they're not even hiding it. They act like being satanic is just another religious alternative, right? Man, listen, this is exactly why the values in our country have gone down the tube. While we're talking about moral relativism, which is, for those of you who don't understand what that is, it's just these people out there saying, well, that's your truth, not my truth, instead of the truth. There's no absolute good. There's no, that's good and that's evil, because what's evil to me might not be evil to that kind of thing, man. But anarchy is not freedom, and that's what they're pushing. And Tom does an amazing job at calling them out directly. People like Sam Smith, Lil Nas X. I mean, it's blatant what they're doing, what they're saying. And you know what? Where's it coming from? Is it coming from the music execs telling them to do this? Have they sold their souls to the devil? Are they in this thing called the Illuminati? You know, like they say Jay-Z and them are. And look at the recent news about Jay-Z, Diddy. I mean, look, I don't got to go any further than that. I'm just saying, look, that's all I'm saying is look.
Obvious, they're taunting us with Lil Uzi Vert. Say it slow, sound it out. Lil Lucifer. There's
Hold up, I missed
rap
that.
albums. Celebrities that clearly been cursed. Research the conspiracy first. It's so obvious they're taunting us with Lil Uzi Vert. Say it slow, sound it out. Lil Lucifer. There's devils around me. Ghosts
Yeah.
they manos. I walk through the valley. They follow in shadows. Nothing can scare me if I get buried. Angels will pick up the torch that I carry. They cannot have me. I'd rather see gallows. Look at the logos of major.
So he said, wait, he said they cannot have me. I'd rather see gallows. For those of you who actually know what the Bible says in the late days, that Christians will be given a choice to either turn their backs on Christ or they're going to be beheaded. This has already started happening in some parts of the world. That's not a fallacy. That's a fact. We see just an immense amount of anti-Christian sentiment everywhere people go. And it's responsible for a lot of the things that we're fighting in these streets. These basic things that are happening societally in our schools, in women's sports and all. It's not, believe me, folks, what they call compassion, it's not compassion. It's, you know, whenever one side of this political pendulum gets the ball, for lack of a better word, it seems like values go down the drain. They used to fake like they at least believed in God or the tenets of Christianity or the 10 Commandments, but they don't even do that anymore. Like, they're not even hiding it. It is right out in the open. And it's like everyone's afraid to say something. I don't get it. You know, all these people in Hollywood, these elites, the musicians and all that kind of stuff, that they are afraid to say something, right? Nobody was talking about what happened at Diddy's parties until Diddy got locked up. And then all of a sudden, there's a flood of people coming forth. This happened to me, or I knew this. Where were you at when it was happening? I got no words for you guys, for real. None at all. You get no sympathy for me when you should have been speaking up a long time ago. Certain people were. I give all credit to people like 50 Cent who actually was saying these things beforehand. So there you go.
Labels, they all been designed to imitate pentagrams or the all-seeing eye, and their artists are constantly killing.
Hold up. I want to hear that again. I missed it. Here we go.
Just will pick up the torch that I carry. They cannot have me. I'd rather see gallows. Look at the logos of major labels, they all been designed to imitate pentagrams or the all-seeing eye, and their artists are constantly killed and losing their lives. You know that sacrificing people's how the devil survives. They say that music can heal you, but the rhymes are like cancer. Cover one eye, make a
So, you know, people are, he was getting ready to say that about cover one eye. The all-seeing eye of Odin. This is a big symbol in what these people are talking about with the Illuminati, and he says they sacrificing people. Well, folks, that happened, and it may not happen in the form that people are thinking that it's happening in, but when life is cut off because a person can no longer procreate or give life, and they're cutting it off in other ways, and so their social agenda basically ends in death. It ends in death. And I know because of some of the platforms this is going on, I can't go too much in depth about what I'm talking about, but I think you guys are smart enough to understand exactly what I'm saying to you. And at the DNC, they literally had a truck outside, and that truck was doing exactly what he was saying. You know, people were going in and coming out unburdened by what has been, if you understand what I'm talking about. So, and they made it a joke. They made it a joke that life was stamped out because people didn't want to be responsible or accountable for decisions that they made. And they rephrase things and reframe it to make it look like it's just them practicing their freedom. It's not. It's satanic. It's 100% satanic. Back to this though. Damn, Tom. Damn.
Let's sacrifice some people's how the devil survives. They say that music can heal you, but the rhymes are like cancer. Carve a one eye, make a triangle. It's satanic sign language. The label executives practice Satan's religion, and every album gets blessed because it's a sacred tradition. There's a spirit in the
Okay. Now, here's something I know about. Now, I don't know a lot if any of you guys ever heard of David Crosby, Crosby, Stills and Nash. He's not with us anymore. Rest in peace, David Crosby. But he did an interview where he talked about music execs placing the masters of what they record in a room somewhere where the sun would beam down on it. And when they did that, I guess that was called blessing the album or whatever. But it's mind-blowing. He's describing satanic rituals taking place in the music industry that it seems to me that these people all actually know about, and they still do it. They still take part in it. That's why they say selling your soul, right? In fact, I believe that's exactly what they're doing. They're selling their souls. What, for money? You know what Jesus said? What is it to profit a man that he would gain the world and lose his soul? If these people think that they're never going to have to stand in front of God, they have another thing coming. So I don't understand why people do some of the things that they do. I just don't. I mean, they act like they're invincible and this is all there is, folks. Let me tell you this, there's a lot more to life than this. So I'm not going to start preaching, but Tom is hitting this the nail right on the head. Right on the head.
label executives practice Satan's religion, and every album gets blessed because it's a sacred tradition. There's a spirit in the lyrics, the song has a hidden meaning. Make the crowd sing all the words and they can summon a demon. You don't want to believe that your favorite artist is...
The crowd sings along and they could summon a demon. So listen, you know what Lucifer was, in a light bearer, yes, but he was literally in charge of the music in heaven. And you think he changed when he got here? So people don't understand when Christ said it's not what goes in your mouth that defiles you, it's what comes out of your mouth. Words have power. Words have an extreme amount of power. And if you're sitting there chanting the most evil of things over and over again, I have to believe that there's power in that, and not good, the good kind either. So, man, dude, Tom is a beast.
Satanic sign language. The label executives practice Satan's religion, and every album gets blessed because it's a sacred tradition. There's a spirit in the lyrics, the song has a hidden meaning. Make the crowd sing all the words and they can summon a demon. You don't want to believe that your favorite artist is evil, but he was young once too, and fame was something he needed. He sold his soul for $1. The label had what he wanted. They used his songs for their sermons. They make him look like a prophet. And there's always two sides. Where there's hell, there's a heaven. And music can be beautiful or have an agenda. There's devils around me. Close on they mantle.
Man,
Walk through the valley.
music can be beautiful or have an agenda. Why is it that the most evil, let's just talk rap music for a second. The rap music that people admonish was put out there, was promoted by the record companies and the labels, are the types of music that destroy communities because they're talking about one facet of that society. When there are multifacets to that society, there's good things to talk about, but you know what? It doesn't get the attention of people. Maybe it won't sell as much records. So yeah, talk more about death, talk more about womanizing, talk more about your money and your cars and all of these things, let's not give people life lessons, something they can hang on to, somebody to actually look up to. And that's what needs to happen. We need more positivity in music all the way around. And that's why I like what Tom is providing, that exact thing. I mean, in spades.
Surround me, close on they mantle. Some walk through the valley, they follow in shadows. Nothing can scare me if I get buried. Angels will pick up the torch that I carry. They cannot have me, I'd rather see gallows.
Dear God, give me your strength and give me your wisdom. Hold the demons back and keep the devil at a distance. It's been a while since I was in a church or been a Christian, but I'm praying all the time and I know that you still listen. The industry is evil, Satan infiltrates the business. These artists think it's cool, please forgive them. They know not what they're doing to the fans that they're convincing. Let my music be the exorcism.
There's devils around me, some they mantle.
He said, let my music be the exorcism. Guys, listen, I used to write, I sing, and I love writing music. But sometimes you hear people say things and rap about things, and you're like, I quit. This is, I mean, what he's saying right here, I don't know why this song it wasn't more mainstream than what it ended up being. And I mean, yeah, I do. Listen to what he's saying. That's why. But this is exactly the type of music that needs to be put on a pedestal. This is what it needs to be put out on the airwaves. This is what people actually need to hear. Actually, somebody who's pushing something good, saying something good, trying to do something good. And he's saying, like, if there's a lot of weight on what's going on the evil side, and put him out there so he can, he can throw the balance back on the side of good. So let his music be the exorcism. And Tom birthed a million rappers, man. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of dudes out there talking political rap and rapping about positive stuff and making the world a better place now when nobody was before, because it just wasn't popular until he made it popular. So, kudos to him, man. He made his own lane. They try to say, well, Tom, you'll never be welcomed in the house of hip hop. And he said, cool. I'm just going to build my own house across the street. I don't want to be in your house. And I thought that was one of the coolest damn things I ever heard him say.
Some walk through the valley, they follow in shadows. Nothing can scare me if I get buried. Angels will pick up the torch that I carry. They cannot have me, I'd rather see gallows.
Wow. Way to go, brother. Way to go. Man. There are so many rabbit holes I could have went down with the things that he was saying, but this would have been 2-3 hour long video. But that is definitely going on the playlist in the car for sure. That song was hard. And it's sad, if I would have known what it was about ahead of time and what he was really saying, I would have had clips that I would have brought up of Sam Smith's concert, Lady Gaga concerts, just, the Lil Nas X symbology that happened to that Travis Porter guy, I believe his name was, that all them people died at his concert. People were saying there were things on video jumping into the crowd. I don't know about all that. I never watched it, but I'm just, relaying that message because people were saying that. And, that's why people ended up dying at the concert. But yeah, guys, I mean, when Jesus said greater who is in me than is in the world, that's Satan is in the world. So the way things work, what you see, the illusion that's being pulled in front of your eyes every day to make good look like evil and evil look like good and right look like wrong and wrong look like right. Victims are now treated like criminals. Criminals are now victims. It's a sad state of affairs, people. And, but that's up to us. We have everything to do with how things turn out because it's our society. It's our world. It's our communities. And let's start taking responsibility for them and doing good things. in making things better. Quit relying on the people who you know are not looking out for our best interest to do these things. You are very capable of making a positive impact on the community around you, and you need to start doing that. So, guys, thank you for hanging out. And if you like what you heard, and you like hanging out, go ahead and click that like, follow, subscribe button there. Please leave a comment below, even if just to say hello, because that's how the video breaks through the algorithm and gets seen more. So we really need that. We really do. Thank you so much for everything that you've done to get us to this point. Guys, check us out on all social media platforms, True Social, X, Rumble, YouTube, even Facebook. We're all over the place, guys. And, we do very well, like I said, on most platforms. But those few platforms that just don't like the truth being told, if it's not the truth they want to be told, make it very hard for us to grow. So we're asking you to click that like button, click that follow button, that subscribe button, share this out, comment on it, help us break through that algorithm. Thank you so much, guys. And as usual, the silent majority, you need to stop being silent and stand your ground. See you next time on the Patriots Prayer. Have a great
This is the Patriots Prayer Podcast. It's a tremendous show, one of the greatest shows in the history of the world.
This is Bryson Gray, and you are watching the Patriots Prayer.
Soon on the Patriots Prayer Network. Thank you all.
America's falling, they all say. Gather the faithful now and pray. The Patriots Prayer. The Patriots Prayer. All the wicks are trimmed, oil is filled to the brim. I have been changing somehow. I'm the radical now. America's falling, they all say. Gather the faith.